Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. My name's Chandra and I make videos about reading, writing, and all things books. Today's video is Newbie Author Tag 2.0. In honor of my second ever NaNoWriMo, I decided to do this tag video. The original video is by Jenna Streety. I found these questions at the link which is listed below on, I believe it was Samantha Wright's blog. So you can find that in the description. Question number 1. What's your book's pitch? If you have multiple works, choose your favorite, work in progress. I'm still working on the blurb, but here's what I have so far. The air is toxic and everyone lives in self-contained towers. Addie is trying to get her asthmatic sister and others to better living conditions. She has a plan to get better quality air for Ellie, but just as things seem to be looking up, she discovers something that will change both their lives. There are bigger things behind the poor air quality, and not everyone can be saved. That's my current work in progress. I will be refining that more, but I'm very excited and I'm enjoying this one so much. Question number 2. If you were a book, how would you pitch yourself? Girl escapes from a small town cult to pursue a career in publishing. That would be it. That's the one. What do you usually write? Trash. I'm just kidding. I write fantasy, historical fiction, and science fiction, and there's some smut in there maybe? Sometimes? A little bit? Just a smidge. Number 4. What's something you'll never write? I used to say fan fiction. I don't love it, but I'm too snide and petty to say I would never write it. Because, you know, never say never. I am conflicted over fan fiction now. I used to like loathe fan fiction, but now I would say I'm conflicted. Parodies are fun. I don't really think there's anything that I wouldn't write. The context may change, but I don't think there's anything I wouldn't write. That was also a sidebar, but that was one of the things that got me to start drafting one of my current series that I'm going to re-outline. I had a lot of fear about parts of the story, and I never wanted to be afraid to write something. So I just picked the most terrifying thing I could think of and I started writing it. Number 5. What's your goal for creating an author platform? I wanted to, when I started on AuthorTube, I wanted to connect with other authors and build a community of like-minded people along my publishing journey. I do plan to publish, but a lot of it is just about the connection and the friendships that I've made over the past year. It's been fantastic, especially with the lockdown, and my area has been not great, so I don't leave my house very often, and this is the better part of the human connection that I get. Number 6. What made you want to start writing? It was never a conscious choice for me. I've been writing as long as I can remember, and I just honestly don't know how to not. Number 7. What's your publishing path? Self-published, traditionally published, hybrid, haven't decided yet, or just write for fun? When I first did this tag, I was undecided, but now I think I would like to traditionally publish. I think that would be the best thing for me and my personality type. What content do you bring to the writing community? Reading, writing, and all things books. Whatever is fueling and inspiring my journey. I look at reading books as a way to evaluate and break things down. It's the way that I process, it's a way that I learn. And since I like to write, I feel like reading is an integral part of that, so I like to bring everything together. Number 9. What's your biggest writing struggle? Pushing myself too hard and avoiding editing. It doesn't matter how good a writer I am if I don't edit anything. It really doesn't. So the fact that I avoid editing is kind of a bummer. I'm gonna have to do something about that. Number 11. If you've been writing for a while, what's your best tip? Try a lot of different things and keep what works for you. Writing advice is just that, it's advice. Pick out the best stuff, the things that actually help you, and the rest of it is just advice. They're more like guidelines anyway. Like, comment if you get that reference, please, and thank you. Number 12. If you're new to writing, what's your biggest question? I look at my progress as I've been writing a long time, yes, and I I think the tip above is really helpful, but I also feel like there's always the opportunity to learn. So I posed this question to other writers who've been writing longer than I have been. Right now I'm working on world building and making things flow without info dumping. What tips could you provide for that? Number 13. Are you looking for any new writers to follow? Betas, critique partners, or other types of writer buddies? If so, tell us whom you're looking for and connect with them in the comments. I'm looking for beta readers, critique partners, and I'm interested in connecting with anyone who is also reading or writing the same genres, which would be specifically science fiction, historical fiction, and fantasy. Anybody in those genres, I would love to connect. I do specifically personally write adult for all of those genres, but I read beyond that. So I would love to connect with other authors who are in the same space. That concludes Author Newbie Tag 2.0. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this content, don't forget to leave a comment, like, and subscribe. I will see you next time for another video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.